Now, if you're a coach, a therapist, a healer, and you know you're good at what you do, but every time you think about marketing yourself, your mind goes blank. You don't know where to start. You might post a few things on social media, then nothing happens, and you start thinking, you know what? Maybe this whole online thing just isn't for me. But what if the problem really isn't you? It's the platform. And here's the thing. While you're waiting, other coaches are building full practices because they have figured out where to show up and how to build trust, which is so important. So by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly where to start, even if you hate marketing, you don't want to learn tech, or the idea of being on camera makes you want to just shut your laptop. So today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through three things. First, how to get coaching clients using the most underused, completely free platform that is available to you right now. Second, why YouTube for coaches is completely different from what the social media gurus are telling you about what actually stops most coaches from showing up. And it probably isn't what you think. And third, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a tool that gives you a daily plan, scripts, titles, everything. So you can stop trying to figure it out on your own and you can just hit that start button. Now, stay with me on all three of these because the third one is the piece that most coaches never find. Now, if you've been sitting on the sidelines waiting for permission to hit that start button, by the end of this video, you're going to have it. I want to share something personal with you. Now, I spent 20 years in retail and then 20 years in healthcare. I did not know the first thing about online marketing, not social media, not YouTube, not funnels, not tech, none of it. And when I started over at the age of 60, I had to learn from scratch, from zero. Now you might be thinking, okay, Cindy, you're telling me to get on YouTube, but you're not a marketer. And you're right. I'm not. I'm a faster EFT practitioner. And what I'm really good at is I help people calm their nervous system so that they can function, they can sleep, they can make decisions and stop living in that fight or flight. But here's what I've discovered. You can get coaching clients from YouTube without being monetized, without paid ads, and without a big following. Now, personally, I generated $2,000 in 28 days with fewer than 500 subscribers just from people finding my videos and trusting what I had to say. And then they booked consultations. Now, I wasn't posting 5 times a day, but I did show up consistently. And I let YouTube do what YouTube does, put my content in front of the people who are already searching for exactly what I do. And if I can do all of this starting at the age of 60 with zero marketing experience, you can do this too. Now, here's what most people don't realize. This isn't just about YouTube. It's about the fundamental problem that keeps coaches stuck, no matter what platform they're on. You were trained, right? To coach, to heal, maybe both, but you were not trained to market yourself. Nobody ever sat you down and said, here's how to get coaching clients in a way that actually feels like you. That conversation probably never happened. And that stuck feeling shows up when you stare at a blank content calendar with no idea what to post. It shows up when you spend 2 hours on a social media post that gets crickets. And it shows up when you see someone with half your experience fill a program and you realize they just had a system you didn't. It shows up when you tell yourself, I'll start this once I figure out my messaging. And 6 months later, nothing's changed. And the worst part is that it may just show up as you saying to yourself, I guess I'm just not cut out for this. But that's not what's happening. So you've probably been trying to get clients from platforms that weren't built for it. Social media is made for scrolling, not searching. There's a way to get clients without social media, without the daily posting, without the algorithm roulette, without performing for people who aren't even looking for help. And I'll show you exactly what that is in a minute. So let me give you an analogy. Think of YouTube like planting a garden. You put the seeds in the ground, you water them for weeks, nothing visible happens. And you start wondering, did I do this wrong? But underground, those roots are spreading. The system is building itself. And then one day, things start coming up. And once they do, they keep producing season after season. Now, every video you make, it's a seed. A video that you make today could bring you in a client 2 years from now. And that's what's happening for me right now. This is how you get clients from YouTube. It's not by going viral. It's not by trying to play the game of the algorithm, but by being the answer to a question somebody is already asking. Right now, someone is typing how to stop feeling so anxious into YouTube. Someone else is searching for how to heal after my divorce or how to build a coaching business. They're raising their hand and saying, I need help right now, today. And if you're not there, ready to answer their question, they're going to find somebody else who is. So YouTube for Coaches isn't about becoming a YouTuber. You're not trying to build a fan base. You're building a searchable library of trust. Every video that you make is answering a question that somebody is already asking. And this positions you as the person who can help. And you don't need to be monetized to make money this way. One coaching client at $500 a month is worth more than most small channels make in ad revenue all year long. The clients are the cake. AdSense is the icing. And you can start getting clients long before you ever see a single penny from YouTube's ad program, just like I did. You just have to start planting the seeds. But here's where things might get a little uncomfortable for many coaches and healers, because underneath that, I don't know where to start, there's usually something else running, something that most people haven't been taught to recognize. Most coaches think the problem is that they don't know the right strategy, the right funnel, or the right algorithm hack. So they keep looking for the secret. But the real problem isn't that you don't know what to do. If someone handed you a script right now and said, record this and post it, you'd probably still find a reason not to. Maybe the lighting isn't right. Maybe your voice sounds weird. Maybe you should take one more course first. The real problem is that showing up consistently asks something of you. It asks you to be visible before you're ready. It asks you to put something out there before you know if anybody will even care. It asks you to trust yourself enough to start before you even have proof that it'll work. And here's what I've learned along the way is that most people, they want a quick fix. They want that viral video, the overnight success. But YouTube is a long game. And you know who else struggles to show up for themselves? The very people that you want to help, the ones going through grief, through anxiety, through life changes. And they don't always show up for themselves either because it's hard. Changing your life is hard. Starting over is hard. But staying stuck is also hard. Pick the hard of showing up once a week, or pick the hard of staying invisible while people you need can't find you, but they will find someone else who is showing up. Pick the hard of learning a skill that pays you back for years, or pick the hard of watching your practice stay empty while you wonder what's wrong with you. So what do we actually do about this? Because telling you to just show up without giving you a system is like telling someone, just calm down during a panic attack. It's not helpful at all. You need an actual system. You need real answers to how do I get coaching clients that doesn't require you to become someone that you're not. And this is where Traffic Maestro comes in. And I want to be really clear about what this is and what this isn't. It's not another generic AI tool that spits out robotic content anyone could generate. Traffic Maestro is part of the Home Business Academy, the online community that has single-handedly taught me more in less than 2 years than I ever learned anywhere else. It was trained by a 20-year copywriter, someone who actually knows how to sell without being salesy, someone who understands that coaches, therapists, and healers, they don't want to become marketers. They want to get back to doing what they love. So here's how it works. First, it gets to know you through this onboarding process, but it's just not surface stuff. There's deep questions like, what's your story? What have you overcome? Why did you become a coach? Who do you help and why? What's your passion? What's your purpose? Because the best content that you can put out there comes from your lived experiences, not some template that sounds like everybody else. Everyone has a unique story, and Traffic Maestro captures all of that. Then it identifies your voice, how you actually speak and write. So everything it creates sounds like you, not like a robot, not like some guru marketer, just like you. Now, once it knows you and who you're talking to, it hands you a daily plan every day. You just log in. It gives you your topic, research from what actual people are seeking on YouTube. It gives you a hook. Then it'll give you a script if you want one. It gives you a title, your thumbnail, your description, and tags. It's already all done for you. You just show up, you record, and then you hit the publish button in much less time than it takes most people to go through the traditional video publishing process. And Traffic Maestro is just one piece of what you get inside the HBA Premium, because getting clients from video isn't just about the script. You need images for thumbnails and social posts if those are what you want to do. And that's provided in our image generator. You need to write emails to your list that doesn't sound like spam. That's our email alchemist. You need copy for landing pages, your about page, your lead magnets. That's Copywrite AI. And when you've got your video ready, you can share it anywhere that you want to with Smart Post, which takes one video and it pushes it out to YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest in about 2 minutes, just depending on where you're at and where you want to post things. That's entirely up to you. You don't need any design skills, no editing skills, no staring at a blank screen. It's all done for you. You bring your story, you bring your voice, you bring your desire to help people to this platform, and that tool handles all the rest. And here's the part that I love. The system doesn't just create content for you, it teaches you how to be a better marketer while doing the heavy lifting. So over time, you understand the strategy and not just the output. So you grow as you go. So let me bring this home for you. You became a coach because you wanted to help people change. You didn't want to become a social media manager or spend your days chasing algorithms. And somewhere between getting your certification and thinking, I need clients, the path got kind of messy. You were told, or maybe you were taught, the only way to get clients is just with social media. Be everywhere, post multiple times a day, and pray the algorithm pushes your content out. And that was never the only way, and it might not even be the best way. You show up, you build trust one video at a time. You create your own income while you work towards monetization. And you don't have to figure this all out alone. You have a starting place, a starting line, and you don't have any more reasons to wait. So here's what I want you to do right now. Grab a piece of paper or just pause the video and sit with this question. What is it actually costing you to stay invisible? Not in dollars, in clients who need you but have never been able to find you, in the practice that you could have built by now, in the version of yourself that's been waiting for you to just hit that start button. And then ask yourself this second question. If someone handed you a system, a daily path with scripts, with titles, everything laid out, would you still have a reason to wait? Just notice what comes up first. That's usually the honest answer, because the purpose of these questions isn't to make you feel bad or shame you. It's to surface what's really stopping you. And once you face that, it tends to lose its power. So if you want to check out Traffic Maestro and everything inside HBA Premium, I'm going to put that link in the description, and then I'll also put it in the pinned comment. So right now, you can test drive the entire system for $35 for 2 weeks. See if it's a fit. And if it's not, you can cancel and walk away. But if it is, you'll wake up every day knowing exactly what to do. And I'll see you in the next one.